had a different video in mind for this month. I was originally going to do a review of the 2014 remake of the Kirk Cameron classic known as Left Behind, starring Nicolas Cage. So instead, I decided that we'll instead talk about something a lot of people seem to really like that we talk about on The Captivating Christian a lot, that being VeggieTales. We're going to be looking at the episode from the original series run, the 1998 episode, Madame Blueberry. The episode begins with a Countertop segment, this time with Larry showing a new vehicle that he's bought, a whip as the youth might say. But apparently Larry will not be happy unless he has it all, prompting him to ask the question, how much stuff does make one happy?
How much stuff do you need to be happy?
I don't know. How much stuff is there?
Maybe this would be a good topic for today's show.
Hold that thought, Tomato!
Huh?
Friends, we have a story that I think will answer your question. It's called Madame Blueberry.
Madame Blueberry? I think I've seen that one. Doesn't it have Jerry Lewis in it?
So we begin the Madame Blueberry story properly, with a French blueberry woman who lives in a tree. All those Frenches, they're so crazy.
I take umbrage of that. Wait until HR hears about this.
Anyway, a typical morning for this woman is feeling bad about her stuff being inadequate compared to the possessions of her neighbors and friends, despite the best efforts to cheer her up by her two butlers, played by Bob and Larry. It seems that a new big box store has opened up and 3 representatives come to peddle their brand X. I mean the Stuff Mart. And they do this through song.
A dehydrated strudel or a nose ring for your poodle or a 5-pound can of tuna and some flippers to the scuba. Scuba, scuba, scooby-dooby-dooba, here we go, scuba. Come on.
Yes, as the urban youth often say, that's pretty light as heck, bro. Or brah. Or I think it's with a U at the end. It's, well, one thing about this episode, I hope it doesn't become some kind of meta commentary about how big box stores run small businesses into the ground, because in this house, we shop at Walmart and like it. So the madam and her butlers agree to check out the store as we break into the silly song with Larry of the episode. Yes, this episode is quite interesting when it comes to the history of the Silly Songs with Larry segment. Because, as you'll soon see, this episode is actually what resulted in Silly Songs with Larry temporarily being cancelled. Yes, before godless celebrities on Twitter were deciding who is and isn't cancelled, Archibald comes in here and tells Larry that his segment is going to be cancelled from this point forward.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying Silly Songs is cancelled until further notice.
But instead of the silly songs that we usually get in this episode, we instead get love songs with Mr. Lunt, and we get the classic, His Cheeseburger.
He said to her, I'd like a cheeseburger, and I might like a milkshake as well.
A song sung by Mr. Lunt about Jerry Gord proclaiming his love for a cheeseburger at a fast food drive-thru speaker. And eventually he feels guilt like he's been cheating on the burger when he gets a breakfast at Denny's.
When he spotted a billboard for Denny's, bacon and eggs for half price.
I understand though, I too have a special love in my life. Oh, how I miss you. While His Cheeseburger is still a very good song, it resulted in a bunch of people writing up petitions demanding that the show bring back Silly Songs with Larry. And this was eventually followed up in their second Silly Songs compilation video, The End of Silliness. To think, you think they wouldn't have messed with Silly Songs with Larry after the Forgive-O-Matic in episode 2. Back in the story, the group notices a poor family thanking God for a singular piece of pie. Madame Blueberry quite confused how a family that has so little could be thankful for such a simple thing. But no time for that. Time to do some shopping.
I am feeling woozy. And rightfully so.
Well, madam, shall we shop?
Did her hair change color?
I am feeling woozy.
Oh, there are whole aisles we haven't even seen yet.
That is witchcraft. So after a shopping montage and a break for Slurpees at the mall's 7-Eleven, Mr. Slurpee, the 3 notice Junior Asparagus asking his father for an expensive train set. Mr. Asparagus says that it's too expensive, so instead he buys him a red rubber ball, which Junior happily accepts, and we get a reprise of the song thanking God for the pie from earlier. One thing I just can't help but notice is this poster in the background, which looks pretty awesome. I mean, you've got Goliath from Dave and the Giant Pickle and the giant version of the Fib from Larry Boy fighting it out. Tell me you wouldn't want to see that movie in action. Anyway, it's here where Madame Blueberry realizes that what she truly wants is a happy heart, which the store doesn't carry.
I've been so foolish. For so long, I have had so much. A roof over my head, plenty of food, good friends. But all I wanted was more. No more. There's a new Madame Blueberry in town, and she's going to be thankful for what she has.
Well, that's all fine and good, but it seems that her treehouse is about to collapse due to being overstocked full of stuff. Madam and Bob use carts to rush over there, while Larry is stuck with a simple handcart. They arrive there as all the stuff then plummets out of the house through the back door, leaving the house empty. And it ends up flinging forward and collapsing in the Stuff Mart parking lot. But that's surprisingly okay with Madam, as she's still thankful for all of her faithful friends, and she's even welcomed by the impoverished families from earlier. And we end with the Bible quote from Qwerty.
Proverbs 15:27a. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house.
Being greedy sure brought trouble to Madame Blueberry's house.
Well, that, and it probably would have been more family-friendly to do this rather than reenact the actual ending to the French novel Madame Bovary, which this episode is based on. Yet that's still not the most controversial story that VeggieTales has ever covered. If you don't know what I mean, watch King George and the Ducky and then look up which Bible story that was based on. So overall, Madame Blueberry is a very well done episode. Not one of my personal favorites, but it's pretty enjoyable. This episode, as well as a couple that followed, showed the show's animation getting slightly better. The introduction of the new character of Madame Blueberry was a welcome addition. The ending message about thankfulness is a very well done lesson, although it does feel a little bit strange that the Bible verse at the end is cut off and they don't go into full detail with that Bible verse specifically. Easily the best thing about this episode has to be his cheeseburger. That's easily the best part of the whole episode. So yes, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about this episode because Thanksgiving is coming up and the lesson is about being thankful, so hopefully this was a good review to tie some people over. I have some ideas for December coming up. I'm going to be looking at a couple of different things, one of which is actually kind of, sort of, not really a VeggieTales ripoff, and you'll probably see what I mean when we get to it next month in December. But until then, guys, remember, be thankful for what you have, and may Jesus be with you.
I'm blue.